guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and swatch video of the Huda Beauty Neon Orange Neon Palette. I think that's basically is what it's called. I think that is basically what it's called. It looks like this. Just a nice palette of neon colors. Guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Candace. I do beauty, fashion, luxury, occasionally food, lifestyle, and travel videos. If you're not new, thank you for tuning in once again, continuing to stay subscribed to my channel. And if you are new, hopefully you will subscribe so you can see everything else my channel has to offer and everything I post in the future. So let's dive right into this review. So I already know the controversy surrounding these neon palettes surrounding Huda Beauty period. Let me just tell you, I love her palettes. Even before I found out about the controversy, I loved her palettes. You know, I think they're so pigmented, and also she is she might still be, she is still an influencer. You know, I love supporting other influencers and products that they come out with. I always have, especially when it comes to makeup. I love Huda Beauty. I haven't done enough research to see exactly who she's copying. If she's copying anybody, it's just what I've heard, what I've seen. But I have a bunch of these non-pan palettes outside of the neon ones. I bought all of them from Sephora, or almost all of them, from Sephora inside JCPenney. So it's not just now where I started collecting these. I've actually had this one for almost a year, and I'm just now getting a chance to do the review on this one. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if you guys do not like Huda Beauty, this is not the video for you. Exit this one, tune in for the next whatever I post. Basically not gonna tolerate any negative or rude comments. You know, if you want to comment something negative or rude, that's fine, but just understand I'm still gonna like Huda Beauty. So there's that. Let's dive right into the review now that we've got that squared away. The first color in the palette is like a matte mustard color, and that's exactly what it is. None of these colors are named, by the way. This is strictly, you know, a nameless palette other than Huda Beauty Neon Orange. Also, before I continue, I also want to let you know that technically these colors are not eye safe, and that was not, I'm not sure if that was advertised like it should have been when it released. Somebody did a TikTok video, peeled the label underneath, and it said not intended for use on eyes. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not intended for use on eyes. But also keep in mind, with most neon shades that are labeled neon, even neon pigments, you have to be careful because most, or half, or not most of them are not eye safe anyway. And I still used it on my eyes and it didn't do anything. However, I will explain the colors that did affect me as I continue through the palette. The matte mustard is gorgeous, absolutely pigmented, highly pigmented. It's just a nice matte golden yellow. The color next to the shimmery orange, this one, it's a bit chunky. It's not as intense. You have to really layer on this color to get high payoff or high color payoff, but it's like a duochrome greenish goldish orange. Next to it is a matte coral, really pretty. It is truly a neon coral. And this one, with it being matte, you also have to really pack on the color for intense pigmentation. It's a little patchy compared to the mustard I showed you. Second row. First color is this shimmery pink. And this is very similar to that duochrome, or to that shimmery greenish gold I just showed you, as far as the texture. And again, you have to really work with this color to get it to show up. It shows up very faintly, but if you want an intense glittery shimmer that's super intense, you're gonna have to really work with this to get that, because this color doesn't seem like it's really meant for that. It's meant for more of a faint shimmer or just a highlight. Next to that is a matte lighter peach. This one is extremely gorgeous. It's perfect for a brow highlight, even on my skin complexion at least. Also, you can use it as a lid color if you don't want any shimmer on your lids. It's a really nice matte peach and it's really buttery. Next to that is this really intense pink. This is the color and the palette I have to talk to you guys about. It is gorgeous, okay? It's a fuchsia, a matte neon fuchsia, matte neon pink. It is gorgeous. It is intensely pigmented. It can be patchy if you blend it out too much. It's one of your typical neon mattes. However, this color does stain the eyes. Now, I put it over a primer. Keep in mind, I put it over a primer. I used eye makeup remover to remove it after I used a makeup wipe. Then I went back over it with a face cleanser, and I still had light pink lids. Like, you can see where the color was still in my eyes. It looked like my eyes are irritated actually, or it seems like I rubbed them too much. They're so pink. So that's just something to keep in mind. It took a few days for the pink to completely disappear. It took a couple of days of wearing other makeup and taking it off, you know, repeatedly to get it off my eyes, but keep in mind this color does stain, so you just need to know. Last row, first color. This is a matte lighter coral, and this is lighter than the other one I showed you, and it's not as neon. So if you want just a matte, it's kind of coral, but it leans a little more orange, peachy. This is a lot more wearable than the other coral in the palette. Next to it is a matte pinky coral. This is more true coral than the color I just showed you. It leans a lot more pink than the previous. Really nice matte, very buttery. Both of those colors are buttery. The one I showed you previous and then this one. And then the last color in the palette is this shimmery greenish gold color, or greenish yellow. And contrary to the other two shimmers in the palette, this one has a slightly different texture, so it's going to be a little more intense than those other two. It's really nice. Great palette. I would not call it an eyeshadow palette. Hopefully I didn't put that in my thumbnail. I got my thumbnail designed already for this, I think. It's not an eye palette. I don't even know if it's labeled as such. It is not. It is labeled as a pressed pigment palette. So there you go. So actually, you know, although it's kind of shady and, you know, sneaky, Jeffree Star did the same thing. He called one of his palettes pressed pigment or something. Technically, if they call it pressed pigment, that's kind of like a sneaky way to get by saying not safe for the eyes, which I think, I don't really like it. I basically assumed this was an eyeshadow palette when I saw it on Sephora's site, although it didn't say that. I'm kind of stuck in the middle here. Like, yes, it's shady that a label was covered. The label should be visible, but also if you look at the back label, it says peel here, ingredient list continued. They covered their bases. So it says pressed pigment palette. And I'm not just saying that because I like Huda Beauty, although I kind of am, just gonna be honest. But she covered all her bases. Like it says, peel here. She wants you to peel it to read it, you know, and it's up to the user, consumer, whether or not they want to actually do it. It's kind of like when you click yes for all, to accept all these terms and conditions. Probably 1% of people actually read those because it's really lengthy. And I feel like they do that on purpose because they can slip anything in there and get it past in everybody. And like I said, she covered her bases. She didn't say this is an eyeshadow palette. It's a pressed pigment palette. That's the difference. And then it says peel here, ingredient list continued. So that's why I'm not really down with the controversy, because she covered her bases. You can't get mad because you didn't read it, you know? And I can say the same for myself because I didn't read it. I didn't know it wasn't an eyeshadow palette. But at the same time, you know, I see both sides because I'm also a business owner, and business is business, you know? I mean, it's not like she tried to hide it. Although she tried to hide it, she didn't try to hide it because she has that message on the back label. That's why I'm a little more, I guess, gracious when it comes to things like that, because I understand, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? However you want to look at it, I know. You know, I'm still in the middle, although I understand everybody else's side, I understand this side too, I guess. So, yeah, back to what I was talking about. Great palette, you know, it has a few misses in here. The pink is gorgeous enough for me to use it anyway, regardless if it stains my eyes or not, because I could just put more eye makeup on top, like a different look or something, and you wouldn't even be able to tell if my eyes were pink stained. So there's that. Please rate the video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications. Let me know if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll surely be glad to answer those. Also, this look is not from this palette, believe it or not. This is actually my National Coloring Day inspired look, which I'll link up here for you so you can check that out. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching.